Welcome back to the channel. Today the road takes us to Chino, California, to the Chino Airport, where we're going to check out the Planes of Fame Museum. Again, thanks for watching. While you're here, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. We really appreciate it. It helps us grow. And if there's some place you think we should go check out in Southern California, put it in the comments and let us know. The Planes of Fame Air Museum is located on Merrill Avenue, just east of Euclid. And they're open Wednesday through Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Admission is $18 for adults, $8 for children. Boeing P-26A. So this place is a lot bigger than I remember. It has 8 hangars, a lot of outside areas. We have a replica of the Wright brothers' first aircraft. Ginormous. Thing is huge. And we go from this to a re-entry vehicle, astronaut included. It's amazing to think that these planes all saw combat and the stories they could tell. I'm guessing each of those crosses stood for a German airplane taken down.
Okay, Tony, I'm taking off.
Okay.
So, 3.
That's insane. Flying up there, no canopy. The Fighting Six. I'm guessing at one point there were guns on this, but they're no longer there. P-12. And I don't know about aircraft, so if you see me, if you hear me saying the name of it, I'm reading it off a sign somewhere. That guy needs some TLC. Please go ahead, thank you. Guessing that wasn't an aircraft carrier. Fold the wings for more space. It smells so good. You can just smell the engines and the oil. That guy's fast. Our planes fly. They made the oil requirement. If you go to their website, they actually have a schedule for when these planes go out. The next one is December 2nd. They're going to fly a P2, have a talk about it. So yeah, these planes all work, they all fly, and they do take them up on air shows and for their monthly talks. Glider up there. Wow. Turret. These are all aircraft carrier based fighters. And some uniforms, some maps of the carriers. The USS Enterprise. Look at all those hash marks on that plane that has seen some action. Ejector seat.
A4 cockpit.
So, what are the... They know statistics. If you ejected, how many guys made it? Do they know? If you got away, most?
Yeah, unless you did like in with Top Gun where he hit the canopy.
Oh
or
yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I mean, but if you ejected high enough, yeah.
What about over water?
Well, there again, water you got a lot more problems than you do over land. In that you now have to find your raft, and you have to make sure that you're. It depends on how long they're out.
Is the raft on you or is the raft on the...
I think on these kind of things, my guess, because I don't really know, I think the gas.
I'm not going to hold you to it, don't worry.
Okay, but you're recording.
But
The raft would be attached to this.
So you'd have to get out, get in the water, unbuckle, get the raft before it went under.
From what I've seen in videos, is the seat. At some point, the seat and the pilot separate.
Okay.
Okay, so but that thing's heavy, so it's not going to float.
Yeah.
I think the raft part. I know
It's probably on you then, maybe.
In like the bombers, they had to throw the raft out.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I don't know, questions I have not been asked before, so I never researched that.
I think I will. Thank you very much.
That's a good thing. Excuse me. Any questions?
No, just checking it out.
Yeah, everything you read is truer than what I'm going to tell you anyway.
Have you volunteered here long?
Huh?
Have you been volunteering here long?
Yeah.
Do most of these still fly?
That one flies, that one flies, this one flies, that one flies, that one flies.
Is the goal to make them all eventually?
No.
No?
No, we could never keep up on the maintenance.
Okay.
Unless somebody brought in a whole bunch of money that would, fortify our repair department, our maintenance department. But yeah, it's really expensive to keep all of them in the air. Even when they only fly 3 or 4 hours a year, they still have to be maintained every 100 hours inspection, yearly inspections. And that means taking things apart and putting them back together again.
Wow.
So it's costly.
Does that only need 100 hours though if it's for hire? These aren't really for hire.
No.
Showing them off.
No, the one that if you want to ride in one, that would be the one out here at P51.
Yeah, that'd be for hire.
That would be a.
So that would need 100 hours, but they still
Yeah. They still have to annual ones.
Yeah, I know, but not 100 hours. I mean, that's for hire.
So I just spoke with one of the docents. They're very knowledgeable. This guy right here, the Fireball, had an actual engine in the front and a jet engine in the back, both. And you would use the propeller engine to get around, and if you had to get somewhere fast, you would use the jet. And the Fireball was the first jet aircraft to land on an aircraft carrier because the front engine failed. Not this one, but one of them. The front engine failed, and it had to land on the jet. So yeah, Fireball was the first jet aircraft to ever land on an aircraft carrier. And they were only around, he said, for about 3 to 5 years as combustion engines were going out and jet engines were coming in. So it would have gasoline fuel in the front for the front engine and jet fuel in the back for the jet engine. Pretty cool. How are you today?
I'm good. Welcome to B-17.
Is this what the Memphis Belle was?
It is, sir.
Is it? Yeah?
Yep.
I can walk around it?
You can walk inside it.
What? Really?
Yeah. Promise me you'll watch your head. It looks a lot bigger on the outside.
If not, I'm sure I'll let you know. Wow. Oh my gosh. So how did he get into the turret?
So that red crank that you see down there gimbals the ball like this. So it comes up like that.
Okay.
And then the door actually opens up from the inside. So the crewman would drop in and pop out from the inside of the airplane.
So he like on his back and get in? Okay.
Just like that picture depicts.
Oh, okay.
We open it up on the outside so people can appreciate how small it is in there.
How many men would man this?
Normally there would be 10.
10?
So you have a gunner behind us, 2 gunners here in what we call the waist of the airplane, waist gunners. Your ball turret gunner. Then as you walk around the corner, you'll be in the radio room where the radio operator, the navigator would be. The flight engineer. And then you can look across the cockpit where your pilot and co-pilot would be, and below and in front of them are the navigator and a bombardier. My head and stuff.
So I stopped recording, but we talked for like probably 10 minutes in there. And these guys are just so knowledgeable. He was saying that when they developed these planes, they didn't think about the effect of the pressure on the men here. You know, it took a toll on their bodies. Being there for like 14 hours. It has 14 guns. One in the front, one in the belly down there, one in the tail, 2 on the sides, and other ones, I guess. He was always also saying that this was all voluntary. Well, there's the other gun on top. But they never had a lack of volunteers. He said it was because mainly that if you were on the ground in battle, when you're done fighting, you're still stuck there on the beach or wherever you are. But these guys, when they're done, they would go back and have a hot meal and a warm bed, so yeah, these guys, they would volunteer for this. There's the rear gun. And he was saying also that in those 14 guns, it's a flying fortress. If you look at how small this window is, if a jet fighter's coming at you, you only have that little brief window to get them from your side. And then they're gone, so these are big targets and they went down a lot. Let's go take a look in the ball turret.
Anything's bad, you can't protect yourself from it. This airplane can take a lot of damage. Yeah, one of my favorite ones.
Oh my gosh. You'd be stuck down there for hours. That's not very big.
They preserved it very nice.
It makes you see things in a whole different light. Got a camera up there and some guns. This was used in Korea and early Vietnam. There's not a lot going on in there. It's just you and a stick and this bubble. And your wits.
No, that's a jet engine. That's that looks like early British, like maybe 50s British jet, like what you'd see in like maybe a Meteor, something like that. Yeah, I'm trying to find the 20 mil and the 50 cal mounts for the Tiger Cat. Where did they put them? It's just so beautiful, and it's a shame that we barely saw any combat. We saw like an hour at the end of the war. Yeah. That's just so beautiful.
It's a more modern one. Well, from 1967 to 2014, the A7A.
Yeah, no.
It's a long time.
This one looks like it's pregnant. Yeah.
This plane was used by President Johnson.
Blind? No. No. No, this is a Crusader, yeah. Yeah, it is.
A4E, used from 1956, still in use today. Well, not this one, but I guess when you find one that works.
See the primer on it. Yeah. Well, one's right in front.
So that's an FJ3 Fury bomber. And that's a little Fury, not sure what, with little horns on them. These bombers, man. Just go out there and drop your load and come back. World War II medium era tank. One of 49,234 built between 1942 and 1944. Damn. First non-stop around-the-world flight, the B-50A Super Fortress. Is that an intruder? No. Tried to look cool, but no. A mohawk. I read a book called Flight of the Intruder. They also made a movie about it and it looked kind of like that. Target drone. What's in there? I couldn't see.
Escorting it out?
Yeah, escorting it wherever. I read the story somewhere that it was,
Reconnaissance fighter.
Oh,
yeah, yeah, he saw it. It's two.
P-38J escort fighter. Oh. I'm only showing you the planes, but there's a lot of history here, a lot of stuff you can read, a lot of documents, first-hand reports, photographs, uniforms. I really recommend you coming out here if you're into military aircraft at all. Heading up to the Korean War Memorial. It says this sign is a reproduction of what is positioned at Kimbo Air Base in South Korea. It's where a lot of deadly air-to-air dogfights took place between the American, I'm reading this, North American F-86 Sabre jets and the Soviet MiGs. These are the Medal of Honor winners in the Korean War. MiG-15. British aircraft. Polish aircraft. If you're interested, you can get flights on some of these old planes. They do it on certain days. Yeah, just check their website. I'll leave a link in the description. We can actually fly in some of these. This is a cockpit mock-up of a Blackbird SR-71. I was actually here when I was a teenager at an air show, and I came because they were going to have a Blackbird, and I got here and it wasn't here. I was very disappointed. Then I realized it was going to fly in, so they said, please look up to the sky, and I did, and he came flying so fast. It was beautiful. And it landed, and we got to walk around it. So yeah, that's my piece of history. Another Russian MiG. Another Russian MiG. There's so many amazing aircraft. Again, I haven't been here in probably 40 years, 35 years. And I do not remember it being this big. There are 8 hangars, plus the outside area. I'll put a map in the description also so you can see what everything they have here. Who says that? I'll put a map in the description so you can see what they have here.
The pilot that was the head of that campaign,
Yeah, it's all in the nose though. And here's the engine that the Zero has.
These are all the foreign military aircraft. Japanese Zero fighter.
Yeah, here's the left wings are for artillery, wings are Zeros.
German glider. Old Rolls Royce. The very first cruise missile right there. German. It would launch off a track like that. This is the kamikaze aircraft. It was just built to crash into things. do a lot of restoration work here, obviously, on some of these planes. This is one that's going to be restored. A Messerschmitt.
Little table thing that pulls up is probably like a bar in there.
Is that the Red Baron? That's what he flew. Oh, hey, look. That is the bottom of a Goodyear blimp. And of course, you have a gift shop. Thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the Planes of Fame Museum in Chino, California. Check it out if you have a chance. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time when we see where the road takes us.